Hari Om. Let's start with the prayer. Om Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhusya Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidyadravidam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Amadeva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Urudeva Deva. Hari Om. We are doing the Panchadashi, the 7th chapter. We are at the sloka 132. Let's start with that. Api prasango ma sankyaha Api prasango ma sankyaha Sarva karma vasavartinam Sarva karma vasavartinam Astu vakena sakyeta Astu vakena sakyeta Karma varaitum vada Karma varaitum vada. So we are discussing the prarabdha karma and what should one do during the nididhyasanam. After learning that through Mahavakya Vichara and Vedanta Shravanam, the indirect knowledge that Brahman is there, Brahma Satyam and Jagan Mithya. This aspect comes from the Vedanta Vichara. Aham, this Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mithya, Jivo Brahmaiva Naparaha. Jiva is none other than the Brahman. That comes from the Mahavakya Vichara, from Tattvamasi, I am Atma Brahma, Aham Brahmasmi, and Prajnanam Brahma, consciousness is Brahman. These are the Mahavakyas, or the great statements, one taken from each Veda. And there are many other things that show the Jiva Aikya Bodhaka Vakyam. The so-called Mahavakyam is nothing but Jiveshwara Aikya Bodhaka Vakyam. The Vakyam, the statement that teaches the oneness that pervades both the Jiva and Ishvara, because Jiva and Ishvara are Pratibimbas. They are reflections in the Maya. And the original one is Satchidananda Swarupam, which is Akhandam. That means undifferentiated, uniform, pure existence, consciousness, and Ananda. Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam Brahma. And that which is expressed as the existence part in all things that we perceive. So the whole world exists, whether it is a chara, achara, movable or immovable. That is, either it's a living or non-living, and also the living, which are achara, also includes the plants and so on. So all that are chit, achit, those conscious entities and unconscious entities, all are within the realm of Maya, and reflection of the pure consciousness in the Sattva Swarupa, pure Sattvam or pure Sattva Gunam is what is called Ishvara. So Ishvara Sattva Gunam represents a knowledge. So pure Sattva Gunam is pure knowledge. That means Ishvara is Sarvajnaha, Sarvashaktiman, Sarvayapakaha. So all auspicious qualities that Bhagavan Ramanuja says, Ananta Kalyana Gunashrayam, all that belong to Ishvara, that's because he is a reflection of pure consciousness in the pure Sattva Guna. Jiva is a reflection of the same consciousness in the impure Sattva, impurity coming from Rajoguna and Tamoguna. And depending upon the portions of the Sattva Rajogunas, and the Jivas are varieties and varieties, and also in different lokas also, because in order to exhaust their vasanas, Ishvara creates a field for experiences. So lokas and the Shariram also are required in order to exhaust their particular vasanas that are ready to germinate. When did they get the vasanas? They got it from the previous creation cycle. And where did they get, how did they get in the previous cycle? Because of the previous to previous. And this cyclic process of creation, sustenance and annihilation is a cyclic process, therefore there is no beginning, so beginningless. Why? Because it is the caused by the karma. Karma means Jiva's vasanas. Jiva's vasanas come caused by the not knowing who they are. And not knowing, that means Mula Avidya. And Mula Avidya means I do not know myself. When I do not know myself, I do not keep quiet, say I don't know myself, but I take not myself as myself. That means I superimpose the attributes of something else on me as I am this. So I think I know myself. The problem is you don't know yourself. That's what the scripture says. Because I think I know myself, because if you ask, okay, tell me what you are, you will say, I am this, this, this. So that is a statement of anybody in the whole universe, and this is being identified whether Indra or any other gods or human beings or animals, so on and so forth, identifying I am this. I am this essentially very reflection of the ignorance, because I cannot be this. I cannot be this only because I am a conscious entity, as a existent conscious entity, and this is existent inert entity, and I cannot be inert entity. No one says I am inert. I am an individual and I am a Jiva, and therefore I claim myself I am a conscious entity, and therefore even though I claim myself I am conscious entity, I am identifying with self with unconscious entity, and that shows that I do not know what I am really. Conscious entity really means I do not know. So that Mula Avidya reflects in all my operations when I contact with the world with the notion that I am only this and I want that, because I am limited by this. Desakala vastu parichinnatvam, and I want that which is beyond this, and to include that I had to struggle hard. Therefore all my pursuit is to gain that, and I will never stop this pursuit until I get the whole thing. There is nothing more to gain. That means I get infinite. That means only when I am completely full, that is Brahmatvam, then only I start my pursuit. But I cannot become infinite by adding finite things. Finite plus finite remains as a finite. So this solution can never be accomplished by adding that to this. That means that which doesn't belong to me, this, I am this, into my group, that becomes ahankara and mamakara. Mamakara means this is mine, this is mine, this is mine, and that one is not mine, I want that also to be mine. So all our pursuits from morning to evening or day in and day out and all is trying to gain what I want, because I am going to be happy with more, because I feel I am limited and I would like to be unlimited. That is only happiness. Limitless alone is happiness, because there is no more suffering because of the limitations. Therefore karma becomes a reason, because I am going after it, after objects, because I had to work hard to get something, and in the process I develop not only the result will be tangible, plus also likes and dislikes, raga dveshas are also developed, because some things I like because it's conducive to my like, I like it, and I don't like it, that gives me happiness, this gives me sorrow. So this raga dveshas also get developed. So therefore ahankara, mamakara, and ahankara, mamakara, raga, dvesha, these four dushta chatushtayam, the four enemies, become the basis for my continuous life after life as a jivahood. And once I realize through the Vedanta Shravanam, I get indirect knowledge of Brahma Asti and Brahma Satyam and Jagan Mithya. And through Mahavakya Vichara, I recognize or realize that I am Brahman. So there is no need to go after this, because I am full by myself. I am satisfied And therefore, a Jivan Mukta is the one who understood, but well understood because it's a cognitively understanding, not that I am becoming Brahman, and Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati, knower of Brahman has become Brahman. So having become Brahman, yet this body, mind and intellect is still persisting because of the prarabdha, because of the body, mind, intellect is born due to the previous life, previous karmas. So the prarabdha karma is the one that makes me to be born in a particular yoni or particular the womb, and therefore I am taking a birth in that form due to my prarabdha karma. And I had to experience Sanchita karma, whatever I brought in, and also in the process I accumulate new karmas are called agami karma, which can be exhausted in this life or I have to put into my account. So Sanchita karma, agami karma, prarabdha karma makes me go round and round and round, life after life after life, and this can only be ended when I recognize that I am not this, but I am pure Brahman, therefore karma doesn't belong to me anymore. But even though the karma doesn't belong to me, even understanding it, this knowledge doesn't sink in because of the long life after life identification with the body, and only locally, and therefore my raga dveshas are still there, lingering raga dveshas. Therefore, even though I understand it by paroksha and aparoksha jnanam, this knowledge doesn't sink in. That means it's not internalized. Yes, I am Brahman, but I am still running after this and that. Why are you running after this and that when you are Brahman? Brahman means you are already full. When you are full and then you are going to still, you want to eat something again, that means you are not full. You don't realize you are still identifying with the empty stomach as I am empty. Empty stomach or empty mind, either way. So all my pursuits will still remain because of remnant raga dveshas. So how do I get out of those raga dveshas? By constantly contemplating on it. So these are called viparita bhavana, where I am seeing contradiction between what Vedanta says versus what my experience is, and that is due to the firm abidance in lack of firm abidance in the knowledge. So what should I do? Try to keep that knowledge all the time. So therefore, constant memory of the nature of yourself and the unreality of the world has to be constantly contemplated through nididhyasanam. Nididhyasanam is not sitting in one place and meditating. Nididhyasanam is constant contemplation on the Vedanta Shastram, or Vedanta knowledge that has gained by Shravana and Manana. How it should be done, there is no rules and regulations, and therefore this is essentially he will be, due to prarabdha karma, he will be involved in all the activities, but don't get unnecessarily involved in the activities that are needed. But whatever that is due to prarabdha karma, that means that which has to be done because of the prarabdha, that means what you brought in, you have to go through the rest of it, and in going through you may perform, but don't get unnecessarily involved in the activities that do not belong to you, or unnecessarily agitations that keep the mind away from the knowledge. And he gives an example, how come with the Janaka and all that. So avoid all these things. Avoid unnecessarily going after new studies and all that, entangling yourself in the activities that including the arts, including studies, including science, including everything else that deviate mind from the knowledge of Vedanta knowledge. So if prarabdha is making you to do it, you may do those things that are propelled by it, but don't unnecessarily get involved in the other activities. And they won't bother you that much. If just like to keep the body, you have to eat. So eating is a prakriya, action has to be done, and those necessary, taking bath, eating what, taking care of the body, all these activities will go on whether you are jnani or ajnani. But for the case of jnani, he performs what need to be done to keep the body healthy, and involve the mind always in the Vedanta Vichara, the knowledge that Aham Brahmasmi. Therefore, he has what we call the Atma, Anatma relationship. So everything is Anatma because I am the substantive of that also, but they are different from me, appear to be in terms of names and forms. So I go from a Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, the triangular format, to binary format where I am and the rest of it is inert, the world. Because Ishvara got dissolved into I am part as well as the Jagat part as Adhishthanam, and that has to be understood. So in the 131 sloka, we say Mithyatva Vasana Dodhyat Parabdakshaya Kanchaya Aklishyanti Pravarti Swasva Karmanusarataha. So when Mithya Vasana is firmly established, that means the world is Mithya, not really real. If this understanding is crystal clear, that means there is no reality to the world. So like once I see it's a paper tiger, not a real tiger, but painted like a paper tiger, from a distance I may see it's a tiger and I may be afraid, but as I come closer, I understand it's only paper tiger. Then there is no more fear of the paper tiger. Same way, the world has no reality. It appears to be there as though real, but world is only at the transactionally real, but not absolutely real. So they will not never cause problem. So Mithyatva Vasana Dadhyat Prarabdhaya Kanchaya. So desire to eliminate the Prarabdha by considering the whole world is nothing but Mithya only. So Aklishyantaha, so Swarma Karma Anusarataha. According to one's own karma, Prarabdha karma, without suffering, he pravartade. He indulges into the activities that are niyatam kuru, that are obligatory activities. He gets engaged into and obligatory, and he is going to detail later. Vidyaranya is going to tell what kind of prarabdha it is, only not only from my prarabdha but other people's prarabdha will be superimposed also. That is also prarabdha is our desires are also superimposed on me, that I am propelled to act to satisfy some things for the external desires of other people also. That Jnani has to do it, because suppose everybody wants Jnani to come and give a talk somewhere, and even though he does not have himself a desire to go there and act, because the demand of the people, demand of the sadhakas, because that will be helpful for them, that will propel them to the higher, therefore Jnani dharmic action, he gets involved into that also. So activities that are depends upon the other icha, provided they are dharmic activities, he gets involved too. So we are now doing the 130. Api prasangaha ma sakyam swakarma vasavartanam. So in living through one's own karma, prarabdha karma, so ati prasangaha, involvement in unnecessarily activities, so ma sakyam, so don't get involved. So don't doubt that a wise person unnecessarily gets involved into other activities. That is for the Jivan Mukta. For sadhaka also, for a seeker also, who is in the path of self-realization, this is also an instruction to say that don't unnecessarily get involved into activities that does not help you into self-realization. So, and astuva, if there is any involvement, prarabdha karma varayitum, and kena sakyate vada. So if there is if you see, even a realized masters are involved in some activities, says if they are involved, even though they may not be from the point of from the other people's point, and they are getting involved because of the prarabdha karma. Because here, say prarabdha karma varayitum kena sakyate vada. How can anybody can resist the force of the prarabdha? So Shaknoti Haivayasodam Prak Sharira Vimokshana Kama Krododbhavam Vegam Sayukta Sukhi Naraha. Krishna says, the one who is able to withstand the pressure of the vasanas, kama krodhas, the anger and the desire and the anger, then he will be a happy person. But there are situations where you cannot resist and you have to go along with the flow, and that's where he says, Astuva prarabdha karma varayitum kena sakyeti vada. So in order to, who can avoid, this is called the rhetorical question, who can avoid the prarabdha karma in life? One has to go through, and we have stories of Rama, Sita story for example, where Rama has to suffer the separation of Sita. So even though the Sita was kidnapped by Ravana, and there one kind of separation. So after defeating Ravana, he comes back to Ayodhya, and because of the other peoples, because he was a king, and due to people's suspicion about Sita, he has to reject Sita. So they get separated, even though he knows that Sita is pure. So the kingly duties forces him. That's called prarabdha karma. So the Mithyasas obviously provide, how can Rama do this? And people are criticizing Rama is left his wife in spite of that, even though she went into fire and all that. All these things are questioned, but the scripture provides there is a prarabdha karma. So how can Lord have the prarabdha karma? Even the avatara Vishnu has been cursed in order for this separation, because he killed one lady and the Rishi's wife, and Rishi's wife killed because she was giving protection to the Rakshasas. So when Rakshasas are getting protected by, then he has to eliminate her, and the Rishi, without knowing all the story, he curses because he got separated from his wife, and therefore he curses Vishnu also, you will get separated from your wife. And that's why in the Ramavatara he has to go through that. This is a story provided in the Ramayana itself in order to explain why Rama has to undergo separation from his wife. So prarabdham, therefore prarabdha karma, no one can escape, and that's what is Vidyaranya says. Therefore astuva kena sakyeta karma varayitum vada. So tell me who can explain the prarabdha karma, says. So what should be our attitude in facing the prarabdha karma? It says there is a difference between ajnani and ajnani. So this is discussed in this sloka, next sloka, 133. Jnanino jnaninaschatra jnanino jnaninaschatra same prarabdha karmani na klesho jnanino dhairyan na klesho jnanino dhairyan mudaklisyatya dhairyataha together. Jnanino jnaninaschatra same prarabdha karmani na klesho jnanino dhairyam mudaklisyatya dhairyataha. So ata prarabdha karmani, so ata prarabdha karmani, in facing this prarabdha karma or looking at the prarabdha karma, that means the karma that is coming from the previous life, as that what which I brought in order to exhaust in this life. So everyone is born because of previous karma, and everyone born in a particular environment that is conducive to exhaust the particular karma. Everyone is born in a womb. It says either it's a male or a female or even a human being or animal, whether in this country, that country, and so on and so forth. Everyone is born in order to exhaust the prarabdha karma. So in the human being, there is not only the karma, body, mind and intellect, he is given an intellect, a discriminative intellect, which he can develop to make it more and more sensitive enough to differentiate what is real, what is not real. That capacity of purification of the mind can be done by samskaras, by properly molding the mind in such a way it can see subtler things than the grosser, or not get carried away with the superficial activity of the nature of the world, but look in and through what is that called discriminative intellect, nitya, anitya, vastu viveka. That capacity can be developed by an intellectual being or a human being, and that depends upon his sadhana. So by sadhana, by purification of the mind, that is raga dveshas can be removed. The same way by proper attitude in the action. So here it says jnaninaha ajnaninaha cha. So either it's a jnani or ajnani, whether it's a wise person or otherwise person. So atra in facing this prarabdha karma, atra same prarabdha karmani. So the prarabdha karma that is they have brought in is same, is same. For same means not exactly identical. Everybody has a prarabdha karma. In that sense, this is everyone has a prarabdha karma, whether it's a jnani or ajnani, because they are born. How do we prove that they are prarabdha karma? The fact that they are born in a human form or in any form is because of the prarabdha karma. Without the karma, they cannot be born. So therefore, why am I born? So this is what the Vedanta provides an answer to this. You say, if another religion say you are born because of somebody made some mistake, or somebody ate an apple again, or went against the God wishes. If somebody does against the God wishes, why should I be born? That question is not answered. But why should I not be born in some people are born in a wealthy environment, and some people are suffering, born in an unhealthy and unwealthy and unhealthy environment. Those questions are not answered by any other religion, because for them the birth is the beginning. This life only is the beginning, and they believe in the next life only in sense of not being born again in some life form, but either you will be in heaven or hell, depending upon whether you follow their religion or not. That is their basic religion postulates. And you cannot question them. There is no logic involved, because the Bible says so, or because the Prophet says so. So whereas the Vedantic student, it is a science. Vedanta is a science, not a religion, not a ism, and where there is a belief system is there, and therefore he questions it, why should I be born in that? Why should the other fellow is born? Is because of previous karma. So prarabdha karma is same. Therefore, the fact that you are born in any environment conducive to exhaust your vasanas itself is a proof that you have prarabdha karma. So, jnaninaha ajnaneha cha atra same prarabdha karmani. So, it is the same for both. But, na klesho jnanino dhairyan. So, dhaninaha dhairyat na kleshaha na. So, a jnani does not undergo suffering, even though he may be facing the same problems or more intense problems than even the ajnani. He will not suffer emotionally. He may see environment is conducive, not conducive, but yet he will not undergo any suffering, because mentally he has hooked himself to the higher understanding. Therefore, ajnane, the jnaninaha dhairyat, on account of clear understanding of his true nature, that gives him dhairyam. That means strength of the knowledge makes him kleshaha na. So na klesho jnanino dhairyam. Mudaha klesatya dhairyataha. So whereas mudaha means the one who is deluded, or the one who is foolish, or all ajnanis, adhairyataha klisyati, because of not having the strength of the knowledge. Here dhairyam comes from the knowledge that once knowledge is a power, because the knowledge that says, I am coming from that. That's why the Vedantic student is addressed, says, Shrunvantu Visve Amrutasya Putraha. You are sons of immortality. That is how a sage addresses the human beings. Says, you are sons of, not you are a sinner, but you are sons of immortality itself. That becomes a dhairyam. That means I am coming from that source. It is my birthright to gain the immortality. That is the address how a sage addresses the ayodhamani divyani santi. He says, even the gods also he addresses. You too. You are also listen to me. Shrunvantu visve amrutasya putraha ayodhamani divyani santi. Vedahamitam amrutam purastat. So I know the truth. Veda aham veda. I know the truth. Amrutam purastat. What is that amrutam? That which is beyond the death. That which is changeless entity. That which is eternal. That I know. So Veda aham amrutam purastat. Says that has to be known by you, because you are also amrutasya putraha. Your right is also to gain that knowledge only. So that dhairyam, that abidance in the knowledge gives you power to withstand any ups and downs in life. That's why jnaninaha dhairyat kleshaha nam. So for him, he does not undergo any suffering. Muda adhairyataha klisyati. So for the ajnani, so he differs. So how do you differentiate between a jnani and ajnani? This is a litmus test. So from the point of the jnani or ajnani, why, if I am suffering as a consequence, why everybody suffers? So there is no, the prarabdha karma is same for same means he has to undergo whatever the prarabdha karma that he brought in. Whether it's a jnani or ajnani, but jnani will not suffer because he understood that this is only at the body, mind, intellect level. There is no absolute reality for this. And his real nature is akarta abhoktaham. Akartaham abhoktaham ahamevaham avyeha. I am neither a doer nor an enjoyer, while still doing and enjoying is going on. So that, therefore, he does not undergo any suffering. Whereas the ajnani feels that I am suffering, please bless me, please this one. So he goes to temple and all that, requests, I need this, because for him the happiness is getting this. So he depends on something other than himself for his happiness. So he wants to get that. Why he goes to what Krishna calls it, artho artharthi. Artho artharthi means one who is desperately asking God, please help me, or the one who goes with a big list, I want this, I want this, I want this to me, to myself, to my family, my great grandchildren, and so on. He has a big list. And everybody has to go through their karma. Says Kulashekar Alvar, says that whatever the prarabdha karma, it will go. No one can change that. And so, therefore, the only thing is ask for the blessing of the Lord for Lord's sake. Sir, please be with me all the time. That's all I say. And that's how the Kulashekar Alvar addresses it. So, jnanino ajnaninascha atra same prarabdha karmani na kleso jnaninaha dhairyam. Because of the knowledge, this is yadyad bhavyam bhavata bhagavan purva karmanu rupam etat prarthyam. So yadyad bhavyam bhavata bhagavan purva, this is a Kulashekar Alvar in the Mukundamala, says yadyad bhavyam bhavata bhagavan purva karmanu rupam. Whatever happens according to the purva karma. Neither I can change it nor you can change it. Even Lord cannot change your karma. That's what Vidyaranya is going to talk. But even Rama has to suffer, Sita has to suffer, that is prarabdha karma only. But how can Rama has a prarabdha karma? There's a mythological stories on that. So no one can escape the prarabdha karma. So say, why should I go and necessarily go and ask me, give me that? You won't give unless I deserve it. So what I deserve, you give anyway. So therefore, there is no point in wasting my time and your time in this request. What I want is only your presence all the time. Your jnanam of your, make me realize your presence all the time. That's what is the yajjad bhavyam bhavata bhagavan purva karmanu rupam etat prarthyam. Whatever the prarthyam is I want that you will. Therefore, that is essentially what he sees in. Na klesho jnaninaha dhairyan mudaha klishyanti dhairyataha. So he gives some more examples to illustrate between a jnani and ajnani. We'll take 134 sloka. Marge gantro dvayo shanto Marge gantro dvayo shanto Samayam apya duratam Samayam apya duratam Janam dhairya dhrutam gacchid Janam dhairya dhrutam gacchid Anyah tishtati dinadhihi Anyah tishtati dinadhihi. So together, Marge gantro dvayo shanto Samayam apyuduritam Janam dhairya dhrutam gacchid Anyaha tishtati dinadhihi. So Marge granto dvaya. So two persons are going together. This is an example he gives. And the two persons, one is a jnani and another a jnani. They are walking together. In those days, they don't have many vehicles. They have to go to all the way to the Kashi or somewhere. So they had to walk through. So together they are walking through. Marge ganti dvayoho shanto. And they get tired because of long walks and all that, because they used to walk all day and take rest in the night. So they're getting tired by walking, constantly walking. Shanto, tired. Samayam api, equally tired. Both are equally tired. Both the jnani and ajnani. Samayam api adaratam janan dhrutam gacchid. Suppose you are very close to few more miles left to reach the goal, and both are walking and both are tired. And this is an example here Vidyaranya is giving. So both are tired and both are tired of walking all the way, and a jnani knows that it's not now only few more miles. Even though very tired, it's few more miles are left. So therefore he does jhanan, knowing that its only goal is very close by. It says dhairya dhrutam gacchid. He walks through in spite of the suffering of the body due to the long walk. Still he walks through with a firm determination to reach the goal, because only few miles are left behind. So that's what is a knowledge, that knowing very well, and therefore he undergoes the suffering of the body, mind, and intellect in order to reach the destination, because that destination is what everybody wants. Everybody wants that, to reach that state only. So janan dhairya dhrutam gacchid. Anyaha tishtati dinadhihi. The other person, ajnani, he going to sit down and say, I cannot walk anymore. Dinadhihi. So essentially, with the lack of dhihi, dinam. Dhi is buddhi. Dinam means weak mind. Due to weakness of the mind, he going to sit down, so I cannot do. That's why the laziness props in, and all other that called tamas takes over. Tamas and rajas takes over, overcoming the sat in those moments, and therefore he tishtati. Tishtati means he sits down. Hey, why don't you walk? It's only few more miles left. I cannot do anymore. He sits down. There is no driving force. So here one has to be careful. Once I know that there is a goal close by, a person who is a deterministic person, he tries to achieve it in spite of suffering, because the goal itself provides the energy. So why one person is able to accomplish and another person is not able to accomplish? The person who is able to accomplish is gaining the energy from the goal itself. So therefore Krishna gives a beautiful answer to this. Samoham sarvabhuteshu namedveshosti na priya. I am equal to everybody. So whether you come and pray to me or not doesn't make any difference. Samoham sarvabhuteshu. I am equal. I don't hate anybody. I don't favor anybody. So why should I pray him then unnecessarily? But here, in the second line, is very careful here. Samoham sarvabhuteshu na me dveshosti na priya ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya. Those who worship me with the devotion. So how do you worship a goal with the devotion? Because I want that and that alone. So that is real worship. So, oh Lord, give me this means my love is not for to this, not for the Lord. So I want you alone, or I want you is what? You is infinite. The Lord is everywhere. So I want you alone. This is you mam pasyati sarvadhi, the one who sees me everywhere. And therefore, for him, this is, even though everyone, I am equal to everybody, ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya maite te tu chapyaham. So those who are the ones who are tapping energy from me so that they get what they want. So this is what one has to achieve. Now, so God is everything. Everything is nothing but God only, not just in the temple or in only puja room. So once I recognize that a determination to reach a goal comes from the goal, energy itself provides the goal, even though the body, mind, intellect doesn't have the energy. So infinite energy, because the God is infinite, so infinite energy can be tapped by proper devotion to that goal. So goal has to be proper. Goal has to be dharmic, because Lord is there only in the dharma. If the goal is dharma and a dharmic goal, and if you have a determination, then the energy comes from the goal itself. That is the statement that says, even though I am equal, but people looks like people are getting favored and people are not getting favored. It's not because of me, because I am impartial, but they are able to tap it because of their tuning the mind in the direction of me. That is essentially bhakti there. So there is a difference in terms of the jnani versus jnani in reaching the goal. With this we stop, and then we'll continue in the more about this prarabdha karma. He is going to talk for a lot in this book by Vidyaranya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.